With a broken brake line. This was broken on the trail because it hit a rock and then pushed it up against the metal on the track bar tower and got broken. This wrench is worth its weight in gold. It's a flare nut wrench, and you want to use this because it's not going to strip the nut. This is a 10 and 12 millimeter. And here we have a brake line. It's the rear driver's side on a TJ. And to the untrained eye, it looks like it should be about a sub $20 part. But if you want to order this from the Jeep dealership, it will cost you $400. So I recommend shopping around and finding it for $17 like I found it online. The problem is with this fitting does not come apart, and it's not a standard fitting. So you have to get it all together. So there you have it. $400 or $16.99. You choose. And don't forget to order your replacement copper washers for the brake caliper. You can see how the brake line goes right over the track bar mount there, and that's where it broke. So I'm going to see about putting the heater hose on there to keep it from getting so messed up. And there's the finished job, complete with tie wraps on that side, and there it is on that side. Alright, I'm going to position this so that I can see if any bubbles are coming out. Alright, push the brake down. Oh, lots of bubbles. Alright, you can let the brake pedal off. Up. When I put the brake line in, I didn't push it back close enough to the axle. And as a result, when we went over some bumps or some rocks, the shock probably compressed the brake tube and actually made it start leaking at the fitting. So we're going to try this again, and we're going to use a different method and see how that works. I went to the parts house and got some 3/16 brake line. It already has the flare, and it already has the nuts on it. So, and then got this Dynatrac brake line here, so that that way I can change out the steel tube anytime I want without having to get the whole assembly like I did last time. Here we have two tube benders. The big one is really rather large for this application. The small one worked pretty well, and because the turns on the tube have to be pretty tight, so I recommend getting the small one. The finished product once again. When you put the steel tube in, it's kind of tricky. You don't want it to be too kinked up, so you got to work with it to make sure that it gets in its tightest position at the right bend. And you can see I put the hose back on there even though it didn't help last time, but maybe it'll help this time.